Every single shred on
I
this
knew it was
jump
gonna
is
happen.
just inconsistent.
Yeah, so far it's not that bad actually. It's a little easier because you don't have to deal with fucking. Where do you go? Unfortunately for this game, I happen to be a Final Fantasy Freddy's professional player, bro. So unfortunately, this game is lacking depth. Unfortunately, it's gonna take a. Where do you go? What? We're dead. We're so dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're not dead. Uh-oh. Oh no! Jefferson, please! No!
Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me.
Okay, dude. How the f- I'm sure it's a cutscene. Is it a night 7? Is a question. Is that a night 7? 2020. Dude, I don't want to play the 2020 mode. The fuck? So in FNAF 3, is there a chance you can just get... In FNAF 3, is there a chance you can not beat the mission based on bad RNG? Yes? Actually? And GG's. And GG's. Listen, please, don't solo my verse.
Epstein, please don't solo my verse. I mean, for real, right?
Fuck, he moved. Dude, he moves everywhere, bro. Am I dead?
Hmm. It like went dark.
Okay, dude, what am I supposed to do, by the way? How do I beat this? How do I beat this? How do I beat this, bro? I mean, I got to 4 a.m. I think it's
W.
possible.
Epstein.
I think this is Loki, not hot. How the fuck are you there already, bro? Oh no, we're calling your ass back. Get that ass back here, boy. I'm just saying to think this Epstein fellow might not be a good guy. And now we wait. Now it's gonna be 8. No, 7. And then we put it on 9. Oh, that's just lovely, ain't it? Let's put little Big E on cam 11. Oh, he came here by himself. What a nice guy. Oh, he's left. Okay, well. Imagine putting your money on believing that I'm not gonna beat this game, even though I'm quite literally one of the best video gamers the world has ever seen, by the way. Look at this. Look at the perfect way
Why is he lying?
At Jeffrey Epstein around the corner. Amazing. Amazing. I got him down where I want him. Now he's gonna switch to 7. Right? Switch to 7 or maybe 8. Girls for the win! Elon Musk never said that, by the way. Elon Musk's a guy that could get any women he wants if he felt like it. Okay, we got him CC'd on 6, 7. 8.
What?
And I put him on 11. Again. Put him on 11. Okay, now it's gonna go back to 7. Hopefully 7. If we get good RNG 7. Yes. And then back to 9. Camera breaks. Fix the camera. He's gonna be back in the middle. Put him on 8 again. Back it up and put him in. Back it up, back it up. Let him. Put him on 8. He's gonna go back to 8. Oh! He didn't listen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Perfect! He moves to 7 again, maybe? 8. Ooh. Ooh, he's moving. He's aggressive. He moves again. Holy fuck.
Hi. We are trying to get the flame.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I am dead. I am dead. I am dead. I am dead.
We are trying to cut his courage alone.
Come on, cameras. Find a way. We got him. We got him. We got him.
Wait, we actually got him.
We might be.
You're dead. You're dead.
What? Wait, how did I do the how? Wait, how did I?
His courage alone.
What?
Together on
He's on camera 2. Dude. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, dude. This is a little bullshit. You're not gonna get credit to the creator of this game.
No!
Make the worst thing ever, bro. They really said it. Wow, the most hated FNAF game of all time? Well, how about we make a game version of that game? Ah, wire. What the fuck were they thinking, man? Dude, he moves too much, bro. He moves too much. He's doing... Dude.
Hi, Jasper.
We're dead. We are dead. We are dead. We're dead. We're dead again, bro. Come on, Epstein. Leave the game. Come on. Come on. Leave, 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 leave. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. It might be the win. It might be the road. It might be the play. We might be doing this. Oh! 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 He's moving again. Fuck. He moved 2 cameras? Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. Are we dead? And we're dead. We're dead! We're dead! Ho! 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 The good RNG! The gamba! Yes! Yes!
Oh shit. No.
No. Okay. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. It's possible. Relax.
Yes!
Yes! Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. Wait.
Whoa. Scary Epstein.
What? It's like custom night, bro? You're bugging me. Golden Hawking?
Golden Hawking.
Okay, clearly. Okay, well, clearly we gotta find out what Golden Hawking does, bro. I mean, I never seen this one before. Let's check out Golden Hawking. Where's... I don't see him.
I don't see him.
Oh my god!
It crashed his game. Five Nights at Epstein's is so peak, bro.
I see. I see. So Golden Hawking closes the game. I see. Is there any custom nights on this, or are we kind of done with the game? Is there any custom nights of this, or are we done with the game, guys? Why not at Epstein's? That's what you wanna be. Okay, maybe this is not the good idea to sing. So, okay, so somebody fill me up on this. So,
Bro, what do I watch?
let's see, the entire FNAF timeline. Alright, let's see if they get it. I'm actually curious to know the actual lore about this. Is this, how do I know this is accurate, by the way? Did we just assume it's accurate?
She can sing. All back. All of them.
Is Markiplier cheating on it?
In one place.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a franchise with over a decade's worth of content, spanning countless games, books, and now a movie. There's a reason that no matter whose timeline you watch, they...
Hold on. Hey, yo. If you abuse this comment again, I'm adding, I'm adding you for a day. Stop using the good night command to spam your Mount Bars one-man joke. Enough. Next time is longer. If you keep doing that, it's really annoying. All you're doing is clogging the chat. It's not funny. So my bad, guys. I got a little distracted. I had to ban a guy.
She can dance. She can sing. All back. All of them. Together in one place.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a franchise with over a decade's worth of content, spanning countless games, books, and now a movie. There's a reason that no matter whose timeline you watch, they all look different. Making a FNAF timeline is not easy. There are so many ways you can interpret this story, and this is mine. So let's start at the beginning. Back in the 70s, a company called Fazbear Entertainment got its start by creating different props and mascot costumes for carnivals, and specifically for something called the Fall Fest. The Fall Fest featured various mascot characters, such as a bird, an elephant, and the most popular of all, Fredbear and Bonnie. These specific mascot costumes were so popular, Fazbear Entertainment opened a dedicated...
Fredbear is not Freddy Fazbear, right? Fredbear is not Freddy Fazbear. He's like the original, like the OG version, I guess. But he's not the same one, correct? I should probably write notes about this. Actually, maybe not. Well, I guess we'll see. Like an auto model.
Fredbear's Family Diner, featuring the same Fredbear and Bonnie mascot costumes from the Fall Fest. What Fazbear Entertainment didn't account for, though, was one of their animatronics from the Fall Fest going rogue, ending in a giant fire, with most of everything from the Fall Fest being destroyed.
Is this riding fire? Okay, I'm confused though. One thing. So, the entirety of FNAF, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna explain this at some point, but why does the Mimic matter at all? And didn't the Mimic just ruin the lore of FNAF? No? Like, isn't the Mimic just, like, literally, like, wasn't FNAF supposed to be about animatronics that get possessed because of, you know, kids? But what does this matter, though? What does the Mimic have to do with anything? I mean, the Mimic was shit lore, it kind of ruined it. That's what I was thinking too.
I got a dog with me now.
The specifics about the animatronic that went rogue and the fire are unknown and will likely be revealed next year in FNAF's next big release. Although we don't know much about how this...
Wait, this video was made before the Mimic one was made. Okay, well, good. Thanks God, because I'm not interested about knowing about the Mimic, to be honest.
Fire occurred, we do know that after the fire, Fazbear Entertainment started phasing out of the mascot costume era. They needed something new. The two men who helped found Fazbear Entertainment, William Afton and Henry Emily, stepped up to the plate.
No way, with an aforementioned.
Was mostly the businessman of the two, handling all of the money, while Henry was the more creative one, with him being in charge of building most of the animatronics and props for the company. With the Fall Fest era of the company coming to a close, they were only left with Fredbear's Family Diner, the standalone restaurant created for the Fredbear and Bonnie characters. In order to replace the mascot versions of Fredbear and Bonnie, Henry went to work on new versions of the characters, eventually creating the new Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. The same characters, but with new designs and new suits. Henry called them Springlock suits.
Is Fredbear? Are the Fredbear suits even canon? I thought it was just fan theories. Like, did we never see them? In what game do we ever see? Can we turn on the? Yeah, I will turn on a little bit. Sorry.
These suits are able to.
Is that better? Is that better? No, they're canon. Yeah, but in what game though? In what game will they come out? Fredbear's just Golden Freddy. Oh, I see.
Why is he lying?
Double as both an animatronic and a suit that the employees could wear. To switch the suit from animatronic mode to suit mode, the employees could use a hand crank to pull back the animatronic parts, leaving room for them to climb inside. The spring locks that were helping to hold back those animatronic parts were very sensitive though, and with even a little bit of moisture, the spring locks could potentially snap shut, crushing and killing whoever was inside. But if that ended up happening, Fazbear Entertainment had some common sense procedures set in place.
In case that the spring locks come loose while you are wearing a suit, please try to maneuver away from populated areas before bleeding out, as to not ruin the customer experience.
Fredbear's Family Diner ended up being super successful for William and Henry, so much so that other companies tried replicating it. Another company proceeded to rip off Fazbear Entertainment's old mascot characters by creating their own animatronic.
I hated this game, it was trash.
The leader of the group was Nedbear, a direct copy of Fredbear, followed by a hippo, an elephant, and a frog. All characters from the Fall Fest, and all with slightly different designs to avoid copyright issues. But while the rival company was able to replicate replicate the designs, they could not replicate Henry's state-of-the-art technology. Their robots were poorly made and had to have giant batteries with exposed wires on stage with them. Naturally, the rival company failed and ended up being bought out by Fazbear Entertainment. With all of the success from Fredbear's Family Diner, William and Henry decided to branch
No,
out
you gotta
and
go on the
create
chair,
more
okay?
characters for
Hey,
a new
no way.
restaurant. In 1983,
Chill
William
out.
and
Hey,
Henry
hey,
opened
hey,
Freddy
hey,
Fazbear's
hey,
Pizza,
hey,
featuring
look,
Freddy Fazbear,
Come
Bonnie,
here,
Chica,
mother.
and Foxy.
Come here.
With the opening of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Fazbear Entertainment
Let's
was
get
experiencing
you.
success like they've never seen before. But with two restaurants now open at the same time, more success also meant more work for William and Henry. The duo were so
Okay. But by now, there's no evil animatronics yet, right? So by now, right now, there's zero evil animatronics. Just the mimic, I guess. But that's about it. So for right now, Fredbear and the old Bonnie and the original animatronics were just normal. No?
What are you watching? I'm watching
Like,
a FNAF
I
video.
believe it to be the case, at least.
wrapped up in work that they started neglecting their own families. William was the father of 3 kids, the eldest, Michael, the crying child, and Elizabeth. The crying child has yet to have a 100% confirmed name, so for this video, he will just be called the crying child. Meanwhile, Henry had 1 kid, a daughter named Charlie. The business partners spent most of their days working, so they both created different ways of taking care of their kids. Henry was the robotics genius, so he used his
wait. William after had kids?
ways of taking care of their kids. Henry was the robotics genius, so he used his talents to create a new animatronic to watch Charlie for him. It was called the security puppet. This animatronic would sit by the door of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and make sure that Charlie wasn't able to leave the building. This made it so Charlie could play at the restaurant while Henry worked, without Henry having to worry about her leaving the building or getting kidnapped. The robot was linked directly to a green bracelet that Charlie was wearing. If Charlie, wearing the green bracelet, tried leaving the building, the security puppet would spring into action. William, on the other hand, was the businessman of the company. He cared more about making money.
So it was like a spring trap.
But also saving money. Naturally, he decided to just force his eldest son Michael to babysit while he was at work. Michael was mostly in charge of babysitting the crying child. The crying child didn't have many friends, but he did have a close relationship with his plushies. These plushies were of characters from his favorite show, Fredbear and Friends, Fazbear Entertainment's newest cartoon, featuring Fredbear, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. The crying child's favorite character, though, was Fredbear. He especially loved his Fredbear plushie. Although he loved the plushie version of the characters, the animatronics would soon become a different story. One day, while visiting Fredbear's Family Diner, the crying child saw something that would scar him for the rest of his life. While wandering the restaurant, he walked by the employees only room, where an employee accidentally left the door open. Inside the room was his father, William Afton, helping another employee into a spring Bonnie suit. But through the eyes of the crying child, this looked like someone was literally being stuffed into an animatronic suit. The crying child was so young that he wasn't educated on how the mascot characters worked, so seeing a human be put inside of one terrified him. When a child experiences something traumatic, their brain naturally tries finding ways to deal with that trauma. The crying child's way of dealing with his trauma was by creating an imaginary friend. This imaginary friend took the form of the object he loved the most, his Fredbear plushie. His new imaginary friend Fredbear followed him wherever he went, shape-shifting into flowers, hiding behind cars, and in the sewers with no—
So is that why Golden Freddy is always like, I guess, is that why Golden Freddy is always like somewhat ghost-ish on the games? But then again, wouldn't that just be the child though? Like why would it, I mean, I don't know. Then did you play as a child in the first games?
No!
Because a child gets, I'm assuming, the bite of 87? Probably, right?
Nobody being able to see him except for the crying child. When the crying child was overwhelmed, the plushie would talk to him and try to calm him down. Even when the plushie wasn't around, it was still able to speak to him because it lived in his mind. While the crying child was dealing with the trauma of seeing what he thinks was someone being stuffed into a suit, his brother Michael was only making it worse. Michael knew about what happened with his younger brother and used it against him. Every day while babysitting the crying child, Michael would put on a Foxy mask, hide somewhere in the house, and jump scare his little brother.
I'm gonna get jump scared. That's kind of fucked up, Loki, bro. Michael. Oh my god. Is this Michael related to that one meme of Michael, don't leave me here? Okay, I guess we'll never know, I guess. Or maybe we'll know.
From the pizzeria to your living room, you no longer have to wait to sing and dance with Fredbear and Friends. Weeknights at 8.
Michael
that
and his
the Vitamin
friends
87?
lifted the crying child up to, quote, give Fredbear a big kiss, and Fredbear bit down on him, leaving his body to go limp. Michael and his friends quickly stopped laughing. Because of Michael's immature behavior, his terrified younger brother paid the ultimate price. Although the crying child was badly hurt, he didn't immediately die. Because of the immense brain damage, he slipped into a coma. After being treated at a hospital, the crying child was taken home so he could be comfortable, surrounded by his only friends, his plushies. In the crying child's final moments, Michael decides to apologize for what he's done, saying, "Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry." After Michael speaks, the crying child's imaginary friend Fredbear, created out of the trauma he experienced, continues doing what it's done the whole time. It comforts him, saying, "You're broken. We are still your friends. Do you still believe that? I'm still here. I will put you back together." This would be the final thing the crying child hears before he dies. The crying child's spirit would then live on in the Fredbear suit, the thing that took his life. The crying child's death wasn't just an accident. It was directly caused by Michael's recklessness. This is something that Michael could potentially face jail time for, so it needed to be covered up. Since the crying child was being kept at home, no one else knew that he ended up passing away. So William and Michael ended up burying the crying child's body in the middle of
That's
the woods
fucking crazy,
where no
though.
one would find him. No tombstone, no flowers, just a pile of dirt, an unmarked grave, and a lifetime's worth of guilt that Michael would have to live with. Shortly after the incident, Fredbear's family diner was
Wait a minute. Isn't that his son, though? Like, isn't that just William Afton's son? This brother, this guy gave no fucks. He did not give a fuck at all. Like he didn't care. Like, oh, whatever. I mean, dog died, I guess. Michael's also his son, no? So like.
shut down, and Fredbear was completely wiped from existence. The Fredbear and Friends TV show turned into Freddy and Friends on tour. The Fredbear and Spring Bonnie Springlock suits also ended up being moved into the back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, mainly being used as spare suits if one of the Freddy's animatronics broke down. The death of William Afton's youngest son was a pivotal moment in this story, specifically William Afton's story. This was the first domino to fall. A father losing his son is a traumatic situation, and while any other father would take time to grieve, be sad, and properly deal with such a big loss, William Afton took a different route.
Murder.
Afton definitely was upset about his son dying, but it wasn't because he felt bad for his son, it was because it was embarrassing to him. William Afton was a narcissist. He had little to no empathy. All he cared about was work and comparing himself to his business partner, Henry. Henry had a wife, a kid, and a talent for robotics that Afton was utterly jealous of. The death of the crying child sent Afton over the edge, because while Henry's family was still perfect, his was now broken. Henry and William had different ways of taking care of their kids, and while Afton employing his eldest son failed, Henry's security puppet succeeded. Henry's daughter, Charlie, lived on. Afton had a hard time dealing with this feeling of
Now, don't tell me he's gonna end up killing his entire fucking family, dude.
Just murder.
Oh,
Yeah.
embarrassment. He started becoming an alcoholic, frequently visiting the local bar called Junior's. One night,
William
though, after
Afton's
drinking
Lord, I
a little
guess.
too much and getting kicked out of the bar, he decided that he was going to settle the score with Henry. Afton, drunk and filled with rage, drove from the bar to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where he knew Charlie was being watched over by Henry's security puppet. Afton planned on risking everything to kill Henry's daughter, Charlie. He didn't care if he got caught, and he didn't care if he went to prison. But when Afton got to Freddy's, he noticed
my kid died. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go kill some kids. Like, dude. Like.
And that's what
fucking
just what you do,
dog,
isn't it?
like,
that Charlie was standing outside by herself. It turned out that some bullies were able to trap the security puppet in its box and lock Charlie outside the building, giving Afton the perfect opportunity to kill Charlie outside of the pizzeria. The security puppet was eventually able to escape its box and went looking for Charlie. As Afton sped away, the puppet noticed that Charlie was outside in the pouring rain. It then did what it was programmed to do and went to protect her.
No way.
But as the puppet got closer to Charlie's body, the rain started making it short circuit. It was forced to crawl its way over to her until the rain got to be too much and the puppet shut down right next to Charlie's body. While Charlie and the puppet lay lifeless next to each other, Afton was speeding home, driving right past where he buried his son and the bar he got kicked out of. When Afton got home, he was met with his wife sitting in the living room watching TV and Michael in his bedroom. Afton was a drunk and abusive father and fully blamed Michael for what happened to his youngest son. Mrs. Afton tells him to leave Michael alone because he's had a tough day, but Afton
Mrs. Afton.
He goes over to Michael's room and pounds on the door, only for the door to be locked. He then makes his way around the house to try and find a way in from the outside. But once he gets to Michael's bedroom window, he notices that it's broken and Michael is gone. Michael was so upset by what he did to his brother that he would sometimes see visions of Fredbear appear and disappear. Tonight, Fredbear appeared outside his bedroom window, and
Okay, so is it great? Okay, so here, so is FNAF 3? Is FNAF 3 the one where like he's in the house? Is FNAF 3
That's not FNAF.
Michael's POV, or is it the kid's POV, or is it neither? FNAF 4, FNAF 4, FNAF 3, FNAF 4. Yeah, FNAF 4. So is FNAF 4 the kid's POV or Michael's POV?
The fuck would it be the kid's POV? The kid's dead!
It's complicated. I mean, I guess we're guess they're gonna explain, right? I guess they're gonna explain soon. So I'm just asking you guys for no reason, really. But like, I don't know.
Almost felt like his brother was calling out to him from beyond the grave. This would happen frequently, and every time it did, Michael would run to the spot where they buried his younger brother, only to find that nothing had changed. His younger brother was still gone and buried in the ground. Afton knew Michael did this often, saying, "Ran off to that place again. He will be sorry when he gets back." The guilt of killing his younger brother haunted Michael in his real life, but also in his dreams. Michael would constantly have nightmares about the animatronic that took his brother's life.
So what happens? Okay, I don't want to know
Same
spoilers.
nightmares his younger brother used to have every night, now passed on to him.
Go.
It was quickly moved to the back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Does that mean? Does this mean that the puppet is possessed by Charlie's soul then? Is this what it means?
Fredbear and Spring Bonnie suits resided, but
Because it died
something
on
was
top of the other
different
one.
about the security puppet. Dark tears now
Right.
appeared
I don't think they go out of the way to hunt humans, right? What's that mean? Like, spiders don't go out, like, spiders are not aggressive towards humans. Or rather, they don't go out looking for beef, you know? It's not like a fuck-ass, like, tiger or a crocodile that they're just looking to eat. It sure doesn't sound that bad looking. Like, the big spider, yeah, I mean, that's bad, right? But it's big hitbox. You know what I mean?
What?
You guys think a spider big equals bad? Well, bigger hitbox equals bigger aerial damage, right? So you can kill it easier, you know? Like, for example, have you ever tried shooting a spider? Impossible. But if it's bigger, though, you just have a chance that the bullet might kill him. You know what I mean? Bigger hitbox, bigger aerial effect, bigger aerial damage.
Platypus are weird, but I'm not sure you quite understand just how fucking weird. See, everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer on the spore creature creator and just called it a day. But you see, mate, that's barely even scratching the surface of weird platypus features. First up, as is the qualifier for any
So cute,
Australian
though.
animal, did you know they're venomous? No, I'm
They
not
are?
fucking with you. You heard me correctly. Male platypus actually have venomous spurs on their hind legs.
What?
These spurs are multi-purpose, acting as defense from predators, as well as a tool for throwing hands with other male platypus during mating season. And while their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't fucking suck. See, platypus venom can cause extreme pain and swelling, and to ensure you remember not to fuck with
Look
them
at Vic,
again,
you're so cute, dog. I'm
these
not gonna lie.
effects can last for several...
Dude. Forget about the venomous thing. I would love to have a platypus. Look at that. Like, this is an actual animal that having it in your house sounds fun as hell.
Bro, look at him.
Look at this, bro. Like, they don't even look evil. They just look retarded. I don't know. Nah, that's mean. That's kind of mean. Not gonna
To
lie.
ensure
But
you
still.
remember not to fuck with them again, these effects can last for several months and have no treatment or anti-venom. So if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it. Next on the list of offensive capabilities,
Can you
I
die?
shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that big-ass bill isn't just for show, as it contains enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA blush. Possessing the ability to sense changes in pressure in the water, but most importantly, containing electroreceptors that track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey. Meaning that when whatever they're chasing starts quaking in fear, they know about it. And last
What?
but not least, as if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are fucking biofluorescent. They
What does that
glow.
mean?
If you hit these things with a black light, they go bright fucking green. And the best
that actually
part
even
of that
true?
is we have no clue why they do it. I guess it
Is
just
this even
means
true?
Perry was a biblically accurate platypus man. I give up, man. Who fucking designed this thing?
Wait, why? Why though? Why are they fluorescent, dude? What is the point? Like, how can
He
they
just
fluorescent?
told you we don't know.
All the animals fluorescent. Canon color, dude. We so brain dead. We talk about everything like it's gaming terms, bro. We talk about everything like it's gaming and manga. It's so bad. Can we talk about cringe commentary, bro? Like, it's all just references to something, bro. Oh wow, dude, they shine. That's canon. Like, dude, that's not fucking canon, bro. Like, oh right. Like, what about the ones that I have like a little thing, like mushrooms and shit? Scorpions are fluorescent too. Why? Shiny equals poison? That's not. I don't think animals think about that, bro.
Stepping on this rock could straight up paralyze you. That's because this isn't actually a rock. That is a stonefish, a
What is
species of
that?
underwater menace native to Australia. And coming as a surprise to absolutely no one, it is also the most venomous fish in the ocean. Because of course it is. As if the fucking snakes and spiders weren't enough, now I can get packed up by a pet rock. But why is this Pokemon reject such a threat to my mental health? Well, you see,
It's funny,
stonefish
though.
use their special venom for defense. However, unlike most other animals that do this little f***er doesn't have the decency to dress like a neon sign to warn you. No. This bastard is a 6th prestige prop hunt veteran, having evolved some of the most impressive camouflage in the animal
That's
kingdom
kinda
to make
sick,
hunting
Loki.
easier. And once they've set themselves up, they are basically indistinguishable from Patrick Starr's house. Now, this is a fairly major problem as they love to live in the shallows on the beach, and that venom we talked about earlier is stored in these 13 giant, highly toxic spines that deliver venom when pressed on. You can probably see where I'm going with this. Considering it's hard enough to spot these things while you're paying attention, if you were, say, on a romantic walk along the beach with one of the homies, and while distracted by his ethereal beauty, weren't paying too
What?
much attention to where you were walking, it would be very easy to place your foot in the wrong spot and step directly onto 13 hypodermic needles, which would then deliver a ginormous dose of neurotoxin straight into your system. Oh, you thought it was normal venom? No. You see, these things maxed out the toxin skill tree, producing a mixture of 2 neurotoxins that can flatline you by collapsing your heart and lungs in under an hour. And even if you
What?
survive, the sting still causes extreme pain, swelling, and tissue necrosis. Because this is Australia, where even...
What the dude? It's only been 3 animals, and that's already like. You telling me this is like just random? Like, what the fuck is? Okay, I knew animals in Australia were like bad. Don't get me wrong. Like, I knew animals in Australia were bad, but like this bad though, like it seems like an exaggeration, right? Like, there's no way they're that bad. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's like bad ones, like big spiders, right? But like, come on. There's no way they're that bad. Like that's just
Hello.
bugging. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Okay, so then how many people die in Australia to animals then? I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced it's gotta be worse animals.
Is trying to one-shot me. This bird can straight hit you with a Mortal Kombat fatality.
What?
Introducing the cassowary, a species of ratite native to the land down under. And for once, guys, it's not venomous. Can still flatline you though, and I'm going to tell you how. You see, these neon chickens belong to the same family of birds as the emu, and as such share their impressive size, coming in at a solid 79 kilos and growing up to 6 feet tall, meaning the short kings in my audience could, in theory, mount these things like a chocobo. But what makes them stick out from emus? Well, you see, the cassowary is basically a spec ops emu, being twice the weight, highly territorial, and most importantly, coming with a combat knife strapped to their foot. That's right, this is a cassowary claw, and it's the reason they can hit you with a fighting game finisher. You see, these claws are a full 5 inches long. And you know, I mean, honestly, 5 inches, way too big for anything, and especially for something that's going inside me. And if you anger the tactical assault turkey, that is exactly what you're gonna get, as their go-to defense method is to kick you square in the gut with that kitchen knife and attempt to disembowel you. And I mean, even if the kick doesn't put your insides on the outsides, that kick is still going to send you flying, which can cause some fairly major problems. Problems like the incident that occurred in 2012, where I you not, a cassowary ran up behind a random tourist, hit the heavy attack button, and kicked the guy down a small cliff into the ocean. I mean, luckily he survived.
Oh my
but the fact
God.
that I live in a country where at any point I could be hit with a sneak attack by a kaiju turkey is terrible.
Okay. Maybe it is that bad. Maybe it is that bad, bro. Maybe it is that bad. Dude, what? Dude, what the fuck? So, Australia's like the PvP. Dude, Australia's like, you know, like those World of Warcraft servers, dude? It's like that pro PvP, like, server, bro. Like, the animals, like, not for woke type, like Family Guy, funny moments, not for woke, not for snowflakes type beat, you know what I mean? Like, fuck ass private server, bro. Like, so bad, bro. Okay, dude, it's only 4 hours. Okay, there's no way it gets worse, right? There's no way it gets worse.
Terrifying. Touching this plant will put you in the hospital. This is the Gimpy plant. A piece of foliage
Bro. Okay, what is there not? Okay, what is there not to just die on, bro? What is there not to die on, bro? Like, anything just seems like die. Like, oh, you just gotta cut and GG's. Like, dude.
Put you in the hospital.
I'm dying.
This is the Gimpy plant, a piece of foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Because yeah, no, of course, man, even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me. Growing in the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that upon closer inspection aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic needles waiting to stab you and break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and cause absolutely excruciating pain. I mean, like comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times. And the f***ed up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful c*** of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game. Mind you, there are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years after being stung. This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin any time that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt-F4ing existence to make it stop. This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper. I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the nuts.
Oh my goodness gracious, bro. Okay, maybe it is that bad. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Living in a country like this, or cartel country. Australia level. Okay, no.